Good morning. We are out here at the start line. The drivers are getting ready to go out on their prologue. They are super pumped for the race course that we have put on out here for them. But we have a young team that's going to be first off the line, so the nerves are running through. But back to you guys back in the booth.
Okay, thank you very much, Pam. Great to have you down there. Now, Fish, let's talk about these B2s. They're going to be leaving the line shortly. What are these B2s all about?
Yeah, this is a Class 10 car right here. So these cars pretty much all have a 2.4-liter engine in it. The rest of the car is open. You can do whatever you want on the suspension. Pretty much, you know, it comes down to a driver's class. So we're getting ready to go. This is going to be Cade Martin and Todd Jackson. The 1013 and the 1030 are going to be your first cars off the line. Should be going.
And there we go. The first cars are off the line here today for the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy. And this is the prologue. So, Fish, this is a 35-mile course they've got out there on track. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a 35-mile course. It has a little bit of everything. The first part of the course is the rough part. Getting out of Hammertown, going around the mountain here, there's some big holes. There's some massive rocks. We're going to see some issues early on in this qualifying for a few people today for sure.
Look at this, Fish. We're out there now, right in the thick of it. What are these guys thinking so early on?
So this is going to be pretty awesome. A lot of these guys, they have, thanks to Starlink now, they're able to use Starstream. They're able to put an in-car camera in there, and we're going to be able to see a lot of these guys live. That is 1030 off the line right there. That is Todd Jackson. So that is your next car out on course in the B2 class. So it's going to be 2 minutes, and then we're going to have the 1080 in 2 minutes will be the next car off the line.
Oh, look at him go there, pushing absolutely everything as he makes his way out into the desert. Of Peter Haas as he crakes off the line and heads on out into the desert. Now, we're talking about approximate times for these vehicles. We're a 35-mile loop. What are we reckoning? We're going to be around about that 40-minute, 42 minutes, something around there?
Yeah, probably around 40 for these ones. You know, later in the day, our fastest guys today probably be maybe 27-ish, you know, the T1s, 28, something like that maybe.
Wow, that's fast. But they were saying that they were going to be looking at 3-figure speeds out in the back there for those big T1s, and I can't wait to see that. What I'm really enjoying watching this right now is look at the dust or the lack of it. This is great news for the racing. As we watch our heli there following one of the vehicles making his way into the desert.
I haven't seen a single seat in the line yet, but there might be. You can run either 1 or 2 seats.
Yeah, they're one of the most famous desert classes out there, and it's so good to see them here on these famous hammer trials. But let's not forget, this is all about qualifying. This is all about setting your position for tomorrow's main race.
Correct.
It will be the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge powered by Monster Energy. As we continue with the action here, we've got Pam down in the pits. She's got some action for us. Pam, what do you got?
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Dale Everts. We are seeing you in the driver's seat this year. Ezra is over there in the passenger seat. He's our winner from the 2023 King of the Hammers. Here you are. What is your strategy for going into the race, into the prologue today? Because you were saying you guys are switching drivers and all of that.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, definitely a family team. So I'm Dale. I'm dad of Ezra. And we out here trying to defend our win from last year. So we're excited. So yeah, race time will look just like this. I'll drive, Ezra will ride with me. Halfway through, we'll switch. Or actually, Ezra will switch. He'll get in the driver's seat, and we'll our daughter, his sister, will get Madison will get into the passenger seat. So same exact setup we did last year, and it worked last year, so we sticking to it.
Well, that's awesome to hear. It's a family team right here, but good luck out there to you guys. You're getting ready to go for your prologue, so good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I want a good clean run in the prologue, and yeah, excited to be at King of the Hammers again.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Back to the booth.
Yeah, and today, you know, with it being so long, I don't think we're going to see anybody take their spare tire off. That would be way too risky. There's no reason to take the tire off today, right?
Exactly. No, that would be really risky out here.
Yeah.
This is a course that's got lots of little landmines all over it. There are so many sharp rocks out here you cannot believe. And when you're looking at it on the video cameras like right now, they don't look that big. When you actually get there on track, they're the size of large soccer balls. They are absolutely enormous, and they're just waiting for you just off the line. And if you step off, they're going to bite you.
That is TJ Fisher right there in the 1058, headed out on his qualifying run on the prologue today. You can see, just look at the rocks. If you guys look there, that's a good shot. You can just see how these massive rocks that are all over the course in this first couple miles. Look at right there on the right. That's just just waiting to bite you. So you got to be really smart.
Yeah, and you can see the depth of the ruts as well. Look at the shadows, the way they're casting across there. The sun's starting to get some height into it now, and these berms, they're nearly sort of 2 foot deep. Incredible how these tracks have changed over the years.
Looking to take that next step up on the podium and try to get that win. We'll start off here hopefully with a top qualifying position.
At the moment, we're guessing it's going to be around that sort of between 35 and 42 minute zone for these B2s.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess, somewhere right around there. We'll find out. As soon as the first one or two finishes, then we'll have a better idea. But I think it's going to be pretty close to that. And off the line right there, we have, was that the 10:55, Tom Coons, I think,
Yeah,
just
it did
left the
look
line?
like Tom Coons going off there. So we're making our way down now through, and we've got 4 cars left in this group of B2s. And this is one of those moments where your palms are getting sweaty. You're sitting there, you're checking your dials, you're making sure that everything's as it should be. You're glancing over your co-driver, you pump fists for one last time, you check your pumpers on, and you wait for that checkered flag. Or the green flag, should I say. There's not much dust out there today, but are these B3s with that all-wheel drive, are they going to be tearing up the track a little bit more? Are they going to be putting more dust down?
And honestly, the tire size is the same nowadays. A lot of these guys, especially in the UTV Open, they're running 35s, a lot of these guys now. And, you know, the Class 10 cars are running 35s. And, it's pretty much the same. You just have 2 more wheels driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
So as the action continues here at the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy Prologue, we've got Pam down in the pits and she's got some more info for us. Pam, what do you got?
I am here with Kristen Matlock. She is an Iron Woman. She races all of her races from start to finish in Baja. Here you are, your second year out here at King of the Hammers, and I know you're super stoked. You always have a smile on your face. So how are you really feeling right now? Are your nerves going because you're right here on the start line?
You know, I always get a little bit of butterflies, but once I pass that flag that says go, 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 I instantly calm down and just get in the zone. And today's only 35-mile prologue. I'm excited to get out there and just see how we can do against the competition. And that time does go towards our time tomorrow for race day. So it is super important. Just want to be smart and not have any issues and see how it goes.
Well, and for those of you at home that don't know, her husband races as well. He's actually right behind her here in the start line, so a lot of competition going on.
Yeah, definitely. There's all the big names are out here today, and that's super exciting. I love competition. Wayne and I are really competitive against one another too, so it's pretty cool to be husband and wife out here competing and having him start right behind me. I told him, just be friendly when you pass. Hopefully he doesn't, but.
Well, good luck out there. We'll let you get going because I know you got to get back in that mindset, so good luck out there.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Back to the booth.
There, and look at it on the camera here. This is one of the high-speed sections. So see how fast the Class 10 cars are going through here, and that shot right before this. This is where they're going to have a little bit of an advantage over the B3s because they have that higher top-end speed with a little bit more suspension. So they can go 100 miles an hour through those bigger bumps when some of the B3s can't go 100 miles an hour through there if they're even able to do 100 miles an hour at all.
Now this here is Cade Martin. He was the first car off the line earlier this morning. And he must be getting close now. I reckon he's still probably about 15 minutes out from coming to join us back here in town.
Yeah, it looks like he's at about, not sure what mile it is, 24. He's at mile 24 right now. So he's got 10 miles or 11 miles until he gets back into town.
And that's the 10:22 there. Tim Craig making his way out across the desert.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fast in the 10:22 there. This course is really fast. There's only a couple spots that you really have to slow down. There's one little rock crawl section. It's not even really a rock crawl. There's an either or to go around it. But a lot of these guys are going to have fast times today. This is going to be super quick. There's a B2 coming at us. There's a 10:14. That is going to be Yi in the single seat.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Bruce can lay down today.
Yeah, it looks like he's had a pretty clean run so far. It looks like that's Nick May going by right there out on his prologue. It's a 35-mile prologue today. We're going to see what kind of times we get. It's been 35 minutes right now. We don't have a finisher in quite yet, I don't think, right? Is that our first one or a second one?
Yeah, I think that looks like Todd Jackson, who was our second car off the line this morning, and that is definitely coming down through the Bronco Arch there and making his way onto our short course. So does that mean he has got past our first runner that was Cade Martin? We'll have to find out shortly. Hopefully we'll have some times for you very, very soon.
Yeah, we have 35:24 was the time for Martin there. The Cade Martin in the 10:13 was our first finisher. He was in with 35:24.
That's a solid time. But now the interesting thing is, how's that going to hang up against all of those other B3s or B2s? And then how's it going to hang up against those B3s? Are those B3s going to be able to make up that time in those technical sections out there on the course? Or are those wide open sections where the B2s can really hang it out the door? Are they going to make the difference?
1921, that is Caden McCachran right there. So look at the speed difference between this car and some of the cars we've seen earlier. So now we're getting into the some of our top race drivers are out on course. We're going to see a bit of speed difference here. Check out the ruts in these corners. A lot of these, when it rains, the dirt gets soft. Then you had all these guys going out and pre-running in the soft dirt with large tires on some of their other trucks. So now you have, 40-inch ruts out there. These guys are running 35-inch tires. A lot of them run 32-inch tires. So when you have a 40-inch tire and a 32-inch tire go through the same rut, you might be dragging a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, Caden, of course, is the son of Rob McCachran, the GOAT, probably the greatest off-road driver of all time in many people's opinions. And big shoes to fill, but my word, he's making a fine job of it so far. Great pace from the young man there.
Oh, we can see a little bit of this is coming into the finish, coming into Hammertown. Got a little bit of rocks through the Ford Arch there. So it's going to be the 1047. It's going to be our third car in, it looks like.
Yeah, that is Zach McLaren making his way into the short course.
As soon as we get a time, I'll let you know what it was.
I'm going to jinx this now. What's impressed me so far is we haven't seen any flat tyres yet.
We haven't so far.
Of course, the next three cars will come in with flats now, I've said that. But no, that's great to see.
Yeah, everyone's had a clean run so far. Even just, looking at the map, I haven't seen anybody come to 0 miles an hour necessarily yet either. There's Caden once again, looking fast. Was he waving it? Did you see him? Was he giving a little shaka there, it looked like? Maybe to the helicopter. I think
he's waving at you, Fish. I don't think he's waving at the helicopter.
Maybe saying hi.
Oh,
no. Look at this.
No,
you did jinx it. You jinxed it. That is the 1866. It looks like they're changing a flat tire there. That is Harrison Weiss there. Trying to get the jack on the arm, the co-driver. Looks like he's having some trouble there. Look at this. We got someone catching somebody at the top here. So 1 minute splits. We're going to see more of this, like I said. And this class did have quite a diversified type of car in it. There was some really fast cars, and then there was some cars that weren't normally in this class. So that's why we're going to see what we're seeing right here. Looks like, is that Kristen Matlock in the back? It looks like it. So Kristen is catching somebody here, or did they pass Christian? Let's see who this is. Oh, is that Wayne? That is Wayne.
No,
so
mate,
they got a horrible draw being one and two right with each other.
Hey, look at this. We've got a good battle going on there. We've got that car coming in from that now. The red car.
We got three there. We got three cars there.
Look at this. Oh, we got bad news there. This is...
That's Harrison still. They're still trying to change that tire.
Yeah, but
it
looks
might have
like
something else going on.
It looks to me like he had two tires gone there. So we'll have to pay a little
look at this.
Look at this.
Coming together. Did he make it? Oh, he made the pass? All right. So
Absolutely
the 4979 is the green car there. They're not on my list.
No, it's not on my list either.
Maybe a late entry. So the 2925 there, what's he going to do? You are allowed to nerf. There is nerfing allowed here. And he pulled over for him.
Yeah,
okay, so the red car's going
Quiroz.
around him. So Zach has caught him and now passed him.
Now, you could see the pace difference there when Zach sprung out wide to go on that far out line, but he just couldn't make it work. But he's got the pass now, and he moves off into the distance.
We have Jackson in the 1030 in first with a 34.38. We have McLaren in second with a 35.01. We got Martin in third with a 35.24, and then we got Hejas in fourth with 37.09. Those are the 4 times that I have so far. As soon as we get more, we'll read them off for you guys.
10:58, that would be TJ Fisher. So TJ started in 7th position this morning.
And this looks like Nick May coming into the finish here, so that's one of our earlier starters in. We're doing about 35-minute laps right now is what it looks like. We got 34.38 is our leader still. That is the Jackson car, the 1030. We got McLaren in second, 35.01. Martin in third, 35.24. Arciero, here we go. We got Arciero moved into fourth, 35.56. And then Hejas, 37.09. So there's the 214 car moving along, one of the B3s.
Now, we've had a lot of late entries inside of the desert race. Some of these entries coming in literally last minute yesterday. So if we're not sure on numbers, please bear with us. We are working on it, and we will come to you.
We know this one. This is Dale Eberts right here. He's been around for a long time. This is one of the fastest guys in the desert right here. Anything he gets in, he is super fast. He's going to have his daughter, Madison, co-driving with him tomorrow, so that's going to be pretty cool. They're going to have some fun family time out there on the racetrack. Once again, there's the 214 coming by. One of the Can-Am entries in the B3 class.
But the B1
hold on. We're
is
going to
a
see some
class one.
nerfing.
Hold on.
Nerfing
Right.
by Caden. Look at Caden's hitting him. Get out of his way. So this is what's awesome about desert racing. You're allowed to hit people. He is on him. Oh, man, look at that. He's trying to get around him, but that's what's so sketchy. When someone doesn't move and you try to step out. Look, he's trying to step out to go around him, but that's taking a huge risk coming off the course to go around somebody.
And also the problem here is these cars actually have very, very similar powers. So what happens is you come up behind you and nerf them, you come off the gas just a fraction, and it takes you a while to catch them back up again, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. But this guy, we have an unwritten rule in this sport. It's 2 toots, 2 taps, 2 ton.
Exactly. The next one, you just they're going off course on the next one, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's pretty bad manners there from the car holding up Caden.
There we go. That's the 981 right there, headed out. But that was an awesome shot of Caden we had there. And that guy did not want to move out of his way.
No, he did not. That is Doug Mittag coming in. So Doug looks like he's laid down an awesome lap here.
Yeah, he's
so
going to be
hopefully
one
we'll
of the
be able to
fast
pick up a
ones.
time for him very soon. Oh, look at that one with the inside wheel off the ground as he powers around these corners. And I love the way these B3s come in through this short course. Completely different to the way the B2s take it.
And Eberts, we just got a time for Eberts there in the 1077. He just jumped all the way up to second place. I told you that guy's one of the fastest guys in the desert. So he's a 34.45. That means he's only 7 seconds behind Jackson in first place right now. So that's another time there.
Yeah.
Also, we have Craig, let's see, in the 1022. They finished in 36.14. We got Coons in the 1055 at 36.52. And then Nick May at 37.54. Those are our updated times that we have so far. Those are all of your B2s.
Now, this is interesting. This is the 6200 car here that we're just seeing coming in of Bill Zemark. That means he was actually passed by at least 2 of the B3s.
Yeah, because of where he started, and we already saw some of them finish, correct?
Correct.
Well, I want to know if Caden got around or if he's still behind that guy, right? That guy's not going to have a rear bumper or anything in the back of his car pretty soon if he's still behind him. And this is a car you thought had a flat tire?
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's carrying a flat right from that shot, but let's have a look as he turns the corner, comes down through the Bronco arch.
Oh, look.
No, I
that's
think
Wayne
he is.
Matlock. He's caught him also. Wayne had a really good run. That's 2 cars Wayne passed.
Is he carrying a flat on the back there?
No, it looks pretty good.
No, it does look good.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. It looks squealy to me.
It's got air in the top. He's good. And there's Wayne coming in, so we're going to have some more times coming in pretty soon here.
Now, this is going to be hurting Wayne here because Wayne's not able to get the pass on him.
Yeah, there's no point, here. He's not really holding them up too much, but every second does count in, today. There's going to be 1 or 2 seconds is going to separate a lot of positions today.
Yeah, absolutely. But this looks like Wayne has actually made up at least 2 minutes.
Well, they started 1 minute apart, and where did he start? 2 spots in front of him?
Yeah, exactly. So Wayne has made up 2 minutes over Zach.
Yeah, Wayne's going to have a really fast time. I wonder how long Zach was held up by that car that we saw him trying to get around before we saw him.
If you consider that, then it must mean that Wayne has passed at least 3 cars on track.
Correct. He probably passed that green car also if he's passed him.
Yep.
Doug Mittag is still sitting at the top. We got Wayne Matlock came in with a 35.25. Mittag was a 33.35. 34:31. So Matag is almost 2 minutes faster than Wayne, and Wayne was one of the fast ones.
Wow.
So, and then Zach in the red car, the 29:25, came in with a 37:23. So he was almost 2 minutes behind Wayne, like you thought.
Yep.
So those are the 3 times we have so far. So it's still Matag, Matlock, and Zach in the 29:25 is 1, 2, 3 in that class. And there's Max Eddy Jr. He's the newest official driver on that Polaris Razor team, factory team there. So he's going to be the driver of record this year. Another very fast driver, Max Eddy Jr. He is also ex-bike rider. He has a lot of wins in Baja on the bikes. And a lot of bike riders are fast drivers.
The 2944 is actually Phil Blurton, so that is really tough news for Phil. No one wants to see that. That's a brand new car. We were talking about this earlier. Normally, if that's a prologue, you go, oh, okay, we'll be starting from the back of the pack, it's all fine. But actually what that means out here is that you're going to get the final time, you're going to get the, in fact, I'm not sure how this one works. It's the slowest time, and do you get a penalty on top of that?
Plus 10 minutes. So yeah, if you DNF today, you can still race tomorrow, but you're going to get today's slowest finisher plus 10 minutes.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
And looking at the times, we still have Jackson is still sitting on top in the B2. So no one has been able to take him down yet, the 34:38 time. And then in the B3, we still got Matag at the top, 33:31. So it's Matag, McCachran, Carr, Matlock, Brandon Sims. There you go, Brandon Sims 5th, Christian Serapis 6th, Kelly next, Max Eddy Jr., Zach, Cameron Steele, Caffro, Fitzpatrick, Pratt, Martin, and Marion are the ones that we have finished so far on our times here.
That is Caden Wells.
Yep, Caden Wells. He's always fast. 1895. He's got Emma Cornwell that always rides with them, Cornwell, in the 1895.
Yeah, Caden Wells actually started behind Todd Ampudia, so they're finishing in their respective positions, and they look like they're probably still maintaining that sort of minute gap. So very close racing there from Ampudia and Wells. And we're starting to see a few more broken vehicles out there on track now, which is really tough indeed. But what we're going to do now is our young lady in the pits is Pam Hall, and she's got some more information for us. So, Pam, what do you got?
I am here with Max Gordon. You are out here racing in the Desert Challenge, but you're also racing in the 4400. You're also racing in our rocks for the UTV as well. Max, you've been out here doing your homework. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm feeling good. You know, I just want to make it through these first 35 miles, see where we end up, hopefully set a good pace for the race, and have a good day.
Well, I know you have a lot of seat time under your belt. You've been, driving a car since you were, maybe 2 or 3 years old?
Yeah, around like two.
Well, you're very well seasoned at your young age, and here we are out here getting ready to take the green flag, so we'll let you get back going. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Back to the booth.
Matt Burrows right there is on his side. They're okay. Now they got to figure out how to get it flipped back over. They are in the middle of the course, so this is a little bit of a situation right here. They're going to have cars come in. It looks like they can get around them, though. And we got Michael McFadden here with the in-car. This is live in-car right here. You can see the front and rear camera. This is pretty awesome. This is all thanks to Starlink, all these live in-cars we got out here. It's pretty cool technology. A year ago, we didn't have any live in-cars. This year, we have a whole bunch. I think that's McFadden right there. That's the car that we were just live inside, I think, coming around him.
Yeah, now this is more like it. And that's what you would expect from these all-wheel drive B3s, just to power up those kind of sand washes.
Yeah, that thing's no problem in those.
Exactly.
What do you think? There we go. Okay, they can get around the rolled car. That's good. Oh, here's some more action we got going on right here. We got another pass coming.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Side-by-side action. The good thing, here's another good thing about this course. There is a lot of spots to pass on this course. There's not a lot of just one lane where it's like impossible to get around. So if you do catch someone, there is a lot of opportunity to go around for the most part. We got the 3988. It looks like catching somebody there, or they just got passed. So the 1030, Jackson is first. Eberts in the 1077 is second. McLaren in third. Martin fourth. Arciero fifth. Craig sixth. Coons seventh. Hayjus 8th, May 9th, and that's the only 9 that we've had that finished, I believe.
See, the Honda Talon, that's something that's quite interesting. They hit the scene fairly big a couple of years ago, and they haven't really pushed through yet. Are they pushing this program?
Whoa. Well, that's what the Honda Talon is lacking a little bit in suspension, as you see right there. They have a sequential transmission. They're fast. You know, they don't have quite as much suspension, if that's what this car is. It's hard to tell because it's a little fuzzy, but that was my initial guess by the front look. That is one of the real racing cars, it looks like. One of the Scafuto entries there, the 1400.
Yeah, you can see the broken link there down on the bottom. Well, that might even be one of the drive shafts.
This is going to be sketchy because it's real hard to keep that car straight right now. So probably why that car is waiting to go around.
Yeah, but you can also see, we were talking about this earlier, there is a parallel track just off to the side. You can't quite see it on this shot, but it is there. Now, the car behind, he's got to make the cut out. There he goes.
Oh, that's
got
a big
to hold
hole
the
right
line.
there. Yeah.
And this comes back to pre-running. Have you pre-run that line? Do you know what's there in front of you?
Dude, that car is honestly doing a really good job of going still with that tire like that and that broken link. I can't believe they're going as fast as they are still.
I think they've thrown their bucket full of dams out the window and they're just pushing.
So here's another thing. That's an all-wheel drive, so you still have 3 tires driving, right? So it's not as big of a deal. If that was 2-wheel drive, you'd probably have a much larger problem right now. Oh, look at this. We got 4 cars all on the same screen here.
Just like buses.
We got some passing action. See all the lanes out here? That's what's super fun about this place out here. I like racing out here. There's a lot of lanes. You're not stuck in just one lane and follow the leader, big conga line there. You know, there's a lot of passing that happens out here.
I'm just going to say, just have a look in the bottom right-hand side of your screen there, Fish. We can just see Max Gordon, or his co-driver, actually changing the belt.
There's pieces of the old one in there. See, that's the problem. When you break a belt, you really got to get all those pieces out of there. If you don't get all those extra pieces out, you put a new one on, it's just going to break it right away. Car's going pretty good right there. It looks like a Pro stock car, most likely. Looks like a Pro R or a Turbo R there. It's hard to tell from the back.
Yeah, it looks like it's putting down a good pace. And there's already a good number of spectators out there, which is great to see. If you're out here in Hammertown with us, thank you so much for joining us. If you're thinking about coming out to Hammertown, why aren't you here? Get in that rig and get on out here for some of the best racing in the world. Sorry, the best racing in the world. So that's Rob Taggart there on screen. I love that machine. Just look at that. I do hope he's got some comfortable seats as he pounds his way across this legendary desert here in Johnson Valley. We started qualifying this morning at 8 a.m. and it's been a fantastic day so far. We started off with those B2s, more commonly known as the Class 10s. And then, of course, we saw the B3s working out there, and we've seen everything in between. There's multiple classes inside of those B3s, from the UTV Pro Modifieds, the Pro Stock NAs, the Pro Stock Turbos, and of course the UTV Opens. But they're all racing for open class glory this week in B3. So it looks like there we've got the 4896 out there on track. He's assisting one of the other vehicles.
Looks like they had the hood off there, huh? Working on something on the engine, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. But it does sound like we might have Emmy Hall again. So let's see if we can catch up with Emmy and see what she had to say about before she goes racing today with the 1400s and the 1450s. So here we go.
Hey everyone, it's Emmy Hall, and I am the driver of Buddy, the off-road Miata. And Julie Boyer from Finish Line Hydration and we're gonna race it in the 1400 Prologue race on Saturday. Why? Because we're dumb and we're gonna have so much fun. All right, listen, 1400 trucks, steel body, working doors, and tires less than 37 inches. I mean, that's my car. Where else am I gonna race it, right? So let me tell you a little bit about Buddy. He's got a stock 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine, but it has been supercharged, putting out about 130 horsepower at the wheels. Fox shocks on all 4 corners, BFG KO2s, Hyperco springs. I've got a set of rigid lights, which I really, really love, as well as Recaro seats and a rugged radio. But for this race, I'm really testing out the new Perry Parts 3D printed bump stops. Right now, it's a little stiff in the rear, but we're gonna see what happens, and I don't know, hopefully everything's gonna be okay. It's a big gamble, right? Oh, here's the best part. Re-geared to 538. Oh yeah, it's like I got a low gear, but I don't have a low gear. Like I got a low gear, don't have a low gear. Anyway, listen, if you see me out there, give me a wave and give me a yeah, buddy!
Going to have to get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because in around about 15 seconds, we're going to see those 1400s and 1450s leaving the line. They're going to be going 2 abreast every 30 seconds. It is going to be wheel-to-wheel action. We go high and wide. Here we go right now. Door slammers are on the line.
This is should be the 1478 and the 1494. Oh, they're going to be next. So we have it a little bit different than our list here.
Yeah, he's already got the hood off that one.
Let's see what happens in the puddle here in this first left.
Yeah,
he was able to go around it still.
Yeah, that was the 1478 of Mike Albert, and that did look like Vincent Munzove to me. And there is Emmy Hall on the outside. What can Emmy do?
And Darren Parsons, that's going to be one of your fastest trucks right there. So you got one of the fastest and potentially one of the slowest side by side. She's holding her own right there. Look at that.
Well, Emmy's an experienced racer. Never count her out. She's going to be giving it 120% in Buddy.
Dude, if Parsons gets beat by a Miata, he is never going to hear the end of this. He might as well just pack up and go home and sell his truck. Yeah, these are going 2 every 30 seconds, so a lot faster. And that's Michael Scafuto there, should be. And then that was that's actually a 7 truck right there, so the 7231. Those guys come all the way out from Colorado. It's a couple firefighters. Those guys have been around for a long time, racing 1450, turned it into a 7 truck. Well, look at this. This is going pretty good there. Look at the front end. It's got some travel. So the Miata's been passed by 2 people, right? Those 2 are ahead of the Miata. There goes Cameron Steele's 7 truck. That is Renee driving there.
yeah. Maybe without him.
Whoa. My word. Oh, man. She's brave for starting in the middle.
I have to say, you could almost hear the screams from here.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's brave. I would have taken a rear start. And 1-9 car that is currently stopped in the middle of the course. Hopefully they can get moved out of the way. Looks like they're getting back in, ready to go.
That looked like Felix getting back into that car.
There's Vincent once again. Vince Munoz coming by. 1494. He's always fast. He's been one of the OG 1450 guys for a long time.
Yeah, that car's moving really well out there now. It's amazing, isn't it? When you see them in the sort of short course area and the rocks and everything, they look big, they look heavy. But once you get them out on this open track and they can hit that skinny pedal, they just really light up.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a little bit of different kinds of trucks. So look at this right here. Here's some more action.
I think that's Bailey Cole.
I think it's that red one that was in the Blazer that was in front earlier.
Oh, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I just saw the Bronco front end there. That was what caused me. That's, of course, one of those 1400 cars.
Yeah, see all the different lines? Like I've said a bunch of times, it's so much fun out here because there's so many different lines you can be in. You're not stuck behind them. Right here, they're both in the same line, but if he wants to, he can jump out in that other line, and he did. See, he's in a different line there.
Yep. But again, we keep saying it, the dust is low right now. Although it looks really bad, that is nothing as bad as it could be.
Oh, definitely. This is going to be 1 and 2 right here. I'm 99% sure. That's going to be your first truck, and then here's Darren Parsons coming. It's going to be your second truck. These are the 2 fast guys in this class that are out here today. One of these guys will most likely be your winner if they don't have any issues.
And we've got more vehicles now. This looks like, that's Bailey Cole there coming through the Bronco Arch. A Bronco coming through the Bronco Arch. And this is a great run here from Bailey. He'll be pushing hard for the finish now. And I have absolutely no doubt that he'll be leading his class. And I have absolutely no doubt that he'll also have laid down a time that will embarrass others in theirs.
Yeah, that 7 truck goes pretty good, huh? I think it's
that bad. Is absolutely hauling the mail right now. And so Bailey Cole over the final jump, takes the checkered flag and completes his qualifying here at the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge.
This episode of King of the Hammers is brought to you by Progressive. Enjoy every minute of every ride with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Kicker Performance Audio. Living loud for 50 years.
Okay, and welcome back to Johnson Valley. It's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining, there's hardly a cloud in the sky, and we have wind, and that means it's almost perfect race conditions here for what is going to be a fantastic afternoon of qualifying. I'm Jim Marsden, and joining me in the booth is Fish from Fishgistics, and we're just about to get started very shortly with the T1s.
There we go.
And we've got go time here in Hammertown. The first of our T1s leaves the line. It's car 99.
Larry Trim is out on course. Now, there is going to be a larger gap here. We're going to go every 3 minutes with these.
Yeah, and here we go. We've got the number 9. The Honda Ridgeline is off the line right now with Ethan Eberts at the wheel. And this car's got a very distinctive noise. That V6 twin turbo really does sing. I mean, if you think about it and you talk to a lot of the drivers actually say it's harder in T2 than it is in T1 in many respects, because you're not reliant on that extra horsepower of the motor to do the work for you. So you can't afford to blow every corner. You have to set up every corner 100%. You have to be perfect in every single jump. Car number 50, and just look at the size of these rocks. They're absolutely huge.
Yeah, they're just massive, and they're right on the side of the course, too.
Okay, and while that's going on, Tim Herbst is off the line.
Oh,
that's the Brenthal truck.
The Brenthal number 27 is pulled over. What are they going to get? It's not. It is a tire. They're getting the jack out. Looks like he's got the jack handle. Yeah, they have a right or left rear flat, it looks like.
Yeah, this is interesting. Now, a lot of the T1s these days have rams that come out the bottom of the car that lift the car up so they don't require jacks. So this is old school technology. All right, check this out. We're in car right now with Ethan Eberts. Look at the pace of this. This is the V6 twin-turbo Honda.
Yeah, he's got some speed there. I'm trying to read the GPS. It's just a little too small. He's in 5th gear, though.
Yeah, he's in 5th. I got that one covered.
So there's the YOLO down there. You know what YOLO stands for?
Go for it.
Do you know?
No.
You only live once.
Ah, that works.
So you only live once. They're going to go for it. Now on top there, you got the Ethan Ebert in the Honda.
Yeah, my part of the world, the one that you say is at One Life Live It.
Okay, that's probably the same thing.
Yeah, which gets transferred to One Wife Live It.
That's your metric version of YOLO.
Very much so.
There goes Adam Householder.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone's done a metric desert racer yet. Maybe that's a new thing. Adam Householder powering off the line now. Now, here's his last year's champion. What has he got for us? He's going to want a really good, solid qualifying run here. Are these guys going to be running a different fuel trim for this race because it's only 35 miles?
For sure. These guys are not running full fuel today. They're definitely down a little bit on fuel. You're going to see most of them probably run both tires. You might see somebody, if they have 2 tires, they might take one off for today. But most of these guys are going to run less. No one's going to run full fuel here, I wouldn't think. Off the line in the bug.
Now, this is a really interesting car because Blake built this car himself. There's not many drivers out there that actually build the cars they race in T1.
Correct. Yeah, not too many of these drivers are actually working on their own vehicles.
Exactly.
Oh, where's he going here? Did he blow a corner?
Now, that's interesting.
Yeah. It looks like he did. He's getting back on the track here. So they may have blown a corner, got back on. It looks like he's back on the course now.
Yeah, just lost a few seconds there. Now, there's a couple of things there. We were talking about VCPs earlier. These are virtual checkpoints.
Correct.
They physically do not exist on the ground, but they exist in a computerized GPS zone. And if they miss these VCPs, they will get penalties. So he's got to be careful, particularly on corners.
There's the Honda truck, it looks like. All right, so there you go. That's the second truck. Started second. He's made up 3 minutes. It does look like that other truck, Larry Trim, has maybe a bit of an issue.
Yeah,
for him to have made up 3 minutes on him already.
And here it comes.
There we go. Just in time.
This is Ethan Eberts making his way through the Bronco Arch, and he's taking it very gently. Okay, here we go. This is Ethan Eberts, the first of our T1s. Look at the pace of this vehicle, running the V6 twin turbo in the Honda Ridgeline, making his way around. He's got one more turn to go, I think. There he goes. Ethan Eberts, the first of our T1s to cross the line. And as soon as Fish has the time, he will let us know.
Yep, and then Larry Trim is right behind him in 31:56. 31:56 for Ethan Ebert.
And that looks like car 50 there, that is.
Oh, there's Householder. Look at that. That hill is getting torn up. Look how soft that is there. Staying on the gas. Adam Householder making his way around.
Yeah. Now, was that a mistake or was that just commitment?
That turn is just, it's off camber. It's that off camber left at the top of the hill, and it just throws you down to the right and just throws you out of the corner. So here comes Tim into turn 19.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see.
This is the one. He steps it in, throws it round, and he comes out the other side. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief right now. But Tim Hurst has made us some big ground on Michael Memley as he makes his way around to the final bend. Tim Hurst takes the checkered flag.
Adam Householder stopped on course. It looks like he's got the jack down. Is he stuck? How did he get over there? I saw the jack was down, it looked like. Looks like they're going to change a tire. Yeah, the front right. Front right tire looks like it's pretty done.
And I think you'll find that coursework.
That's Blake.
Yeah,
that's Blake Wilkie.
He's just going to wave him down. There he is. Yeah, that's exactly what he's done.
Here's Ryan Arciero.
Now there's a classic view if ever I've seen one. Dragonfly in the sky and Dragonfly flying off the ground.
You got to have your helicopter match your race car, right?
Oh, absolutely. So yesterday if they don't match.
Yeah. There's nothing more T1 than that right there.
Now these cars are actually capable of outrunning the helicopters. And quite often you'll see them on the faster sections. The helicopters will go away high and they'll dive in on the cars to try to stay with them. Absolutely insane stuff.
All right, and while we were watching them, we have a new leader. Are you guys ready for it? Guess who?
Wow.
Who could it be?
Oh, wow.
Christopher Polvardi, your new leader in his brand new Mason all-wheel drive truck, straight to the top of the leaderboard with a 30.05. So Ryan Arciero was a 30.19. So now we have new leader, Christopher Polvardi.
Wow.
So far it's Christopher Polvardi at the top spot with a 30-minute and 5-second run. Ryan Arciero is second with a 30.19. Tim Herbst third with a 31.29. Ethan Ebert fourth, 31.56. Raul Gomez fifth, 32.52. The 50, the 57, the 18, 184, the 4, and the 99.
Thanks, guys. Here with Christopher Polvardi. He is our unofficial top qualifier in the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge here at King of the Hammers. Now, Christopher, we had a chance to talk earlier. This is a brand new truck for you. You said it is fast, faster than what you've ever driven before, and clearly the times show that. Walk me through your prologue today.
Your new truck has just been so much fun, but yeah, we went out, started last, so ended up catching two guys pretty early on and fought them for a lot longer than I was hoping. So a lot of dust and bushwhacking and getting our way through, but maintained that and then just kind of put my head down and cruised and, you know, brought back the truck unhurt. It's, you know, it's perfect condition, ready for tomorrow. So.
Well, and talking about that, you've got two great drivers right behind you. Ryan Arciero, he's less than 14 seconds behind you. Right after that, Tim Herbst. What do you think it's really going to take to keep some of these key drivers, who are no strangers to the desert, just like yourself, behind you and, of course, get that top spot?
Just keeping it clean. I think, you know, this King of the Hammers course they threw at us it's tight, it's technical, it's rocky. There's tons of opportunities for mistakes. So I think if I can just put my head down and maintain, you know, focus on my race and not getting any flats or doing anything dumb, you know, it's going to be tough for them to catch me.
When we got to the finish line, I'm like, well, that was better than I thought it was going to be. and obviously the time showed, and I'm like, man, there's so many places I could have gone faster. I could have gone faster, but woulda, coulda, shoulda, we're here. That's all that matters.
Well, and talking about that, you're really only 13.6 seconds behind Christopher. No. And I did ask him, hey, because some people like to be the leader and some like to chase down.
Yep.
He said he wants to be chased. How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with that. It's okay. You can come chase me.
We had a great run. And, you know, didn't have any problems. You know, we could have pushed a little harder here and there, but everybody could. And but we're happy with how the truck handled today and where we're at. And I think, you know, starting third's not too bad. We know exactly where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, they're in front of us. So it's up for us to, you know, put a good game plan good tomorrow and go after them.
What a day of qualifying it has been here in Johnson Valley, California. We are here at the 2024 Progressive King of the Hammers, presented by Nitto Tires and powered by Optima Batteries, for the Toyo Tires Desert Challenge presented by Monster Energy, and it's all about the qualifying. Yeah, it's been a lot of qualifying today where we saw the limited classes racing first thing, and then it was all about the unlimited classes this afternoon. We're seeing those T1s, T2s and B1s out there on the track, and they properly laid it down.
Yeah, we had some great footage throughout the day. Then we had the 1400, 1450 race. That was some of these cars right here that we're looking at. That was in the after the limiteds qualified. They went out for their own little race. It's pretty exciting for a little bit, and then it got a little spread out. We saw some carnage, saw some flat tires, saw some epicness.
That'll be the T1s, T2s and B1s, and it's Christopher Pavoldi who's sitting on top of the box right now. And just behind him is Ryan Arciero, and that's going to be some race to watch.